Hello, hello. I wanted to do a quick video, and I'm going to try and make this under 15 minutes, about how to clear energy in your home, raising the frequency, maybe clearing out any density that you have in there, any negative energy, and also potentially any darker energies and entities. I've had a few people reaching out to me lately with just concerns with the energy in their house not feeling quite right. And I thought I would do a YouTube video because there are some really quick things that you can do that are fairly inexpensive and really are something that you can do. You don't need to bring someone else in. So I like to offer tools that help you feel empowered. One of the first things you're going to do with cleansing your home is you're going to want to get either Palo Santo or sage. I prefer Palo Santo. I just love the smell of it better. And if you've never used Palo Santo, you're gonna light the end and you want it to smoke. So usually as you're going through your home, because you'll walk through your home as you're cleansing the energy, you want it to smoke at least this much, if not more. And if you have a feather, you will go through and actually go through the house and just doing this around in the rooms, in the corners, especially corners, around windows, mirrors, and then as the smoke starts to dissipate, you'll want to relight it because you want the smoke. But this will clear out any energy in your home. You'll want to open a few windows and doors because it needs a way to allow the density of the things you're clearing to escape. As you're doing this, you can kind of have a thought, an affirmation, a prayer in your head, or even saying it out loud of what you're asking to remove or leave and what you're asking to call in. So I'm removing anything that's less than light. I'm calling only light and perfect love or beautiful love or whatever your verbiage is. You can say that as you're doing it. Or you don't have to do anything. Just go around with the intention of raising the frequency and clearing energy. Speaking of raising frequency, the next thing you're going to do is go to your crystal store and buy selenite. Selenite either will look like this, it looks like this, or you can find really raw pieces that will look more just like this, and you can find it in really large chunks. Really, it doesn't matter what size, although I would recommend at least this size in a bedroom. And these are fairly inexpensive. Maybe this was $14, but this is something, selenite is one of those master crystals that doesn't need cleansing itself. In fact, it cleanses energy. So it'll cleanse the energy in your room and help raise the frequency. The other thing you're going to want to get is black tourmaline. Again, black tourmaline is fairly inexpensive, and this also raises frequency, but more importantly, it protects your energy. It blocks out any negative energy. So these two are very important, and what you'll want to do is you'll put them in each room of your house, and really it's mainly the bedrooms. You'll want to put both of these in. I have it in each of my children's bedroom. I have it in my bedroom. And then by the doors, I like also putting it by doors, especially selenite. When people are coming in and out of the door's constantly opening and closing, you're allowing energy in and out of the house. Having selenite by the doors will help just kind of creating that cleansing, right? That natural vibration that's set there by the door. The other thing you will want to do if you feel called to, and again, when you're doing this, you're really going to want to listen to your intuition. If you're feeling something's off, that's already your intuition and your feeling body that is going off. It's your indicator. So super cool, right? That you're feeling that, you're noticing it, you're just now curious, what the hell do I do with this? So pay attention as you're going through your house, as you're doing Palo Santo or sage and you're clearing energy. If you notice in one corner it feels a little darker, the energy is a little heavier, you'll want to spend a few more minutes there really energetically moving the energy with the feather. You can use your hand just going like this, and that's an area then you want to trust your intuition and putting selenite and black tourmaline in that corner. Now, one of the things I learned when I was practicing Wicca is you can also do tea lights in the windows of your home, and you just light the tea lights. Again, you can say whatever prayer or an affirmation or something of what you're wanting to create in your home. Our homes are our safe havens. They're the place that we want to feel the safest, and we want to be able to just feel comfortable. So set your intention of whatever you're wanting to create in your home and what the barrier and boundary is of anything that comes into that space. Do you want to allow negative energies to come in that space, or do you not? If you don't, which I assume you don't, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, then you set a very clear boundary. This is not allowed in this space. So you can light tea lights. I would let them burn for about an hour and then blow them out, or longer, whatever you feel good. That's also another step. The other thing that I highly, highly recommend, and I have done and currently do, is you can plant, dig and bury tourmaline and the selenite in the corners of your property, because it's not just your home, it's the property, right? You can bury them in the corners or in the directions northeast, south, and west. And then along with this, usually in the evenings, what I would do as I was laying in bed, as I was going to sleep, and energetically, I would imagine, and I would put sentinels at each direction of my property. So in the north, the east, the south, and the west. And sentinels are like these big, strong dudes, right? And if you want, they can be big, strong females. Whatever it looks for you, they are big, strong. To me, they were like Egyptian gods. That there was nothing getting through these guys, because they were there protecting. And I would set them at each of the directions. And then you imagine a barrier, like a force field, an energetic bubble, energetic force field that's going between each of these sentinels. And you're fortifying it. You're imagining it going up. You're strengthening it with your imagination and with your intention of nothing that is less than light is allowed in my space. Oftentimes we have fear of these things that we cannot see because we can't see them, and we do not know what the hell to do with them. And if this is you, and if you're like me, when I started having some of these things come up, I started researching and I started growing my skill set so that I knew how to handle it. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to start growing your skill set. I'm giving you tools and knowledge of what you can do to really clear your space and create a fortified boundary of what you will and will not allow in your space. So at nights I would do this. I would fortify the perimeter of my property. And I did it several times. I feel like I probably was a good week, maybe longer, where I really started feeling like, oh yeah, this is strong. Because like with any muscle and anything that you're doing, it takes a little while to build. Instantly you'll notice a difference when you cleanse your home with sage or with Palo Santo, and then the crystals, because crystals instantly raise vibration and frequency. Now, if you're having an issue with an entity in your space, this does kind of start crossing over to you want to bring someone else in that has knowledge and expertise as far as how to deal with this. As a shaman, I am someone that is trained with how to help beings cross over and doing death rites. And I can do that energetically, remotely, so I do not have to physically be in the space. I know psychics can do the same thing, and I'm sure there are a lot of different healers that know how to do this modality and help spirits in crossing over, or usually they're hanging around because they're stuck in however they died. They're stuck in not knowing how to cross over. There's so many different things. They're usually needing something. They're really not there to be total assholes or really to, fuck around in your space. But they are. They're there. They're confused. Whatever it is, there's a lot of different reasons why they're there. So if this is the case and you feel like you're having one of these issues, do not be afraid. If this is happening, what you can do again is when you feel this energy moving into your space, you can say out loud, nothing and no one is allowed in my space that is less than light. Only complete light beings, complete light, or beings with complete light are allowed in this space now. All others are asked to leave. And you command them to leave. You tell them to leave. It's like creating that boundary and fortifying it. The more you do it, the easier it'll get, the stronger you'll get. The other thing too, to really quickly move energy, is to start laughing. Turn on happier music, classical music, high vibe music, something like that will really help to dissipate that energy so that you're not attracting. Sometimes like attracts like. So if your energy's lower, you're feeling sad, whatever, it can attract a lower vibration. And so all you have to do is just raise your frequency. But reach out to myself or other people that can help with this being more than likely that it's just needing assistance in crossing over, or it's asking for something. But I hope these tips and tricks are helpful. I'm sure any of you that's watching this have had some experience. Please share in the comments below. Like and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you can get notified for new videos. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Sending you lots of love and light.